Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. It is me, the only one, the magnificent one. That's right. That's right. The magnificent one. What up, Endor? Hey, Sister Van, how y'all doing? Boy, I tell you, nothing new up under the sun. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. And the sad part about all this is that a lot of these motherfuckers got too comfortable. Not just Nolan. A lot of brothers. And the young ones, they just as ignorant as the old ones. They thought it was a joke. They thought it was a joke when they seen the white guys running around there and, jumping on people and shooting people. Or the fact that, you got young black boy, twin boys up there in Virginia come up missing, hung up in the mountains. Oh, they thought it was a joke. Think it's a joke. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. Like I said once before, a lot of things that are going on are some of the things that happened not that long ago. I think I had a video where I pulled up, the bus and riots up there in Dallas, Texas in 71, 72? Somewhere like that. What up? I think it was around that time. That wasn't that long ago. You still got a lot of these cats, man, that grew up during that time and still have those beliefs. Or as OG was saying, it's in their code. It's just part of their culture and their nature. And I believe that shit some way, somehow. But salute to everybody that's coming in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And we can't get off Nolan, Carmelo Anthony. We still got to push that story every time something come out new. And it looks like Ben Crump them got their hands full. You got two cases back to back, high profile cases. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I believe that if Nolan parents didn't have the money, they wasn't well off like they are. Even though they had a GoFundMe and this and that, they probably would have swept this up under the rug. But to be honest, that's what it seems like what the Mississippi police trying to do. The investigators in the Mississippi Police Department, they are trying to sweep this up under the rug. Now I'm gonna tell you something that I think that's fascinating though. It's blowing my mind right now. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna let Nolan's mom tell you guys. Because remember, one of the friends came and spoke out, right, on TMZ. Then they had this other friend that came out and spoke today. But I want y'all to hear what Nolan's mom had to say about this so-called friend that came and spoke out today. Yeah, let's hear what she had to say. Because this is what they're doing, y'all. They're trying to put these, mixed breeds in here and make it seem like, they were Nolan's friends and they were there. They had part of the story. They don't believe in racism. They don't think racism played a part of it. They don't think that, these little white boys would have hurt him and this and that, man, all the above. But let's listen to what Nolan mom had to tell a motherfucker about the new friend that came out and spoke today. This is one of his closest friends, Tristan Shepard. Allegedly, he's one of Nolan's closest friends. See, that's why I take that seriously, y'all. If you come over to my house and you sit on my mama's couch, that's just like that backdoor Eddie motherfucker over there with Carmelo. If you'd have been in my mama's house and sat on her couch, then I might consider you as a fucking friend. But if you ain't been on my mama's house and sat on that couch, man, you just a motherfucker that I know, associate, or somebody, that's out there in the streets that I know. Indoor say, fuck all that shit. Indoor say, fuck that ill is what you talking about. If we're not sandbox friends, I am not getting on any boat with you. I understand. We'll get to that later, baby. But let's listen to what the mom had to say about this newcomer, this new friend that came and spoke out today. This is what they do, y'all. These Oreos. Well, let's go.
Tristan Shepard described himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people had been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Tristan since Nolan's passing, and how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch.
I know that's right.
We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely. You could say that those are childhood friends. Those are best friends because they've been to our home. We know their family. We're close to, their mother. But this young man, I maybe high school, they started hanging out or, kind of been around each other. But again, we don't know him. And not to discount anything he has said, which of course, still trying to rule those things out. But I mean, he has communicated. He did offer his condolences, which we appreciate. And he did let me know about that tidbit, which of course, like I've been telling everyone, if you have any information, forward that over to the local authorities. Make sure also forward that over to our legal team as well, just to make sure that we're looking at everything.
Let me say this to the young man. Not only does his parents, but some of his friends, they reject this notion about, he said, he would just volunteer to stay. They're saying Nolan would never do that. So his friends are saying he doesn't really know Nolan if he's saying that Nolan volunteered to stay there. And we've had so many people now calling our call center saying where there was this argument and then 10 minutes later, there was another argument. But those people have called said, no, Nolan was in an argument. And so now we have to continue to investigate to try to figure out everything that happened. But we absolutely do not accept that he volunteered to stay behind.
So this Tristan Shepard boy comes out, hollering about, he cool with him, he friends with him. The mama said, we don't know him. He ain't never been to our house. I don't know his parents. See, that's why it's important, you can tell these young dumb motherfuckers, hey man, if you ain't brought a motherfucker to come and introduce them to me, then I can't say that that's your friend or I trust you around them. Everybody ain't your friend, man. Everybody ain't your partner. R.I.P. to Mo 3. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner, man. But see, I think he was sunk, y'all. I think he was sunk. Baby, what you talking about? I really think that boy was sunk. And like the old man said, you say, man, no, Nolan will never volunteer just to stay back somewhere just because. That wouldn't have happened. Oh no. He know his son. You know his son. But I think he was son. And that's a shame, man, that this is the type of bullshit that they got going on. But let me go here right quick. Check this out. What you mean by that? Y'all the old heads are the problem. What the fuck you mean by that, nigga? You better be glad. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why a lot of motherfuckers, you better cherish the game and the conversation that you have with your pops and your mother and your father, your elders. You think they ain't never seen this type of shit before? Nah, see, I think it's the other way around, Ja. I think it's people like you that don't want to listen. Think you know everything. You ain't even got no salt in your head, man. You don't know shit. Don't know a motherfucking thing. You ain't got no salt in your hair.
Back here in the U.S. now, we have new reporting tonight in that mysterious death of an 18-year-old Nolan Wells. For the first time tonight, we now hear from one of the last people to see him alive. Aaron Katursky in Mississippi.
Tonight, we're hearing from a friend of Nolan Wells who was with the 18-year-old on that isolated barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast July 4th, the last day Wells was seen alive.
It breaks our heart that we can't even fully grieve our friend because we're scared.
Trayston Shepard says he and his friends are now getting threats, and he declined to speak with us on camera. But he addressed this social media video that's part of the investigation. Shepard says he's the one heard arguing from the boat, not Wells.
That's the video I'm referring to. That's me yelling.
Shepard says he took a boat back from Horn Island in the late afternoon, but Wells stayed behind with a girl he had met. Wells did not have his phone, but his friend tells us that's not unusual while swimming.
When Nolan got in the water, he put his phone on the dash, also with probably other 15 phones.
His parents say Nolan Wells went nowhere without his phone, but on July 4th, he left it behind in the boat. We're in about 2-3 feet of water, and so people hop over the edge and swim to shore.
Nolan Wells!
The community is clamoring for answers. Are you on any timetable here?
I think it's important that we don't put ourselves on a timetable. It's important to be diligent in gathering all the facts. That's what the family deserves.
We're also learning tonight, David, the local district attorney is involved in the case, though so far there's no evidence to suggest what happened to Nolan Wells involved a crime. David?
Our chief investigative correspondent.
Man, they said there's no evidence of what happened to Nolan Wells. But let me say this here, though. You notice they've been trying to push this narrative of but that nigga was trying to get his little Pinot wet. He stayed behind for some girl. I don't believe that, man. Baby a fool. Hey, baby said, where are the Asians and the Hispanics at? Crickets as usual. Yeah, because the mama is what, Asian or Hispanic? She is Asian, ain't she? Right. Bro, everything that they pushing, they trying to push it up on this mate. Listen, I don't believe it was a girl named Katie or whoever the fuck they say she was named. I don't even know if that's even true. But whatever. But whatever the motherfucker name they want to call or whatever this and that there, exactly. And though, where's the girl at? That's the narrative that they trying to push. Where's the girl at? Why she ain't come forward? Or I think they did have some chick come out and speak, but no, man, that it just don't even sound right. But yeah, they throwing that narrative about that tough. Man, y'all something. Now, the Katie was with her parents and left with. Yeah. I remember. That's why I said I remember that, baby. Yeah. Yep. Baby said Katie was with her parents and left with her parents on the boat. Facts. But let me, hey man. So we know it's the white boys, right? We know about them. You had the one girl, Katie, come out and, give her side or whatever. Then you have the first friend that came out and spoke, the one that was on TMZ. Baby, I'm sorry. I got to go here. I got to go here, man. So the one, Javon or whatever his name is, he come out and speak. That's the boy that was on TMZ. The one that was talking about, he don't believe, racism played a part or this and that, blah, blah, blah. Then you got old Tristan come out. Tristan comes out and make a statement. I'm going to let y'all just think about some things. I ain't going to say what I want to say. But just think about some things. Tristan say he was the one over there hollering about, give me my damn phone. That's what he said. So who the fuck was Nolan arguing with? What were they really arguing about? I'm gonna take this advice from Baby. I'm gonna leave that alone. But y'all just think about it. That's right, Sister Van. You are absolutely correct. Man, I just hope it ain't no images in there that yeah, no images. I'm just saying. Because some just don't seem right, y'all. Now, allegedly, they say that these fucking boys was at the house. They arguing about milk and cookies. I know that's right. That they was at the house cleaning out the boat. So that gets me to believe that maybe they fucked Nolan up on that boat. Maybe they did. Allegedly, I don't know. Some people say that picture of the pool party that they had, that they say that they reposted, said that was a couple of days before. That wasn't the same night. And if his mother seen where he was back on land and off that water, it should have showed him going back out there to that water. But as we found out, the friends had the phone. Now, y'all know if there was some Negroes, if there was some young black boys, they would have been arrested in the first 48 hours. You got this boy's phone and then go turn it in to the mother. They would have been arrested the first 48 hours, y'all. I hope that young black teens, male and female, learn a valuable lesson from these stories. That don't be the only brother, sister, in a crowd with a gang full of white people. That go for some of you old heads too. Don't be the only one now. Start making them racist jokes, saying little slick shit. Start hollering that Bubba shit. Then next thing you know, you're a black bastard or a black bitch. But the fact that we see this happens all the time, I can't just put it on. Yeah, but listen though, man. Hey, I can't, Brother Sharif, I can't put it all on the parents. I can't put it all on the parents. I'm pretty sure that his father have said some things to him about, being who he is around all these, white young boys, especially white young boys that their parents have money. I mean, some people just gamble, man. They just gamble. But we still need to know what happened to him. I honestly don't think they're going to ever find out what happened to Nolan. They're going to cover this shit up. The parents haven't talked to the police since Tuesday. This high profile case that's on everybody's TV. You mean to tell me that the police ain't talked to the parents since last Tuesday? So when the parents said he just started going to the island with them in the past year. Oh yeah. So you saying they baited him in, huh? I mean, you had some motherfuckers sitting up there talking about get back for Austin. I'm like, man, you motherfuckers can't be serious. But then again, they can be serious. They probably motherfuckers could think some bullshit like that. But the fact that these two so-called friends and came out and spoke and said that one of them said that both of them was there. Y'all mean to tell me that Nolan ain't asked y'all for a ride back if he was getting into it with these motherfuckers, or there was a problem? He see that's my point I'm getting at. Like, if y'all was there and y'all supposed to be his partners, his real partners, y'all ain't step in and Let them white boys know, hey man, we'll whoop y'all ass out here. But I don't even think they was like that, man. I don't think the little boys was like that. You know, man, we just too fucking friendly. Just, to be honest, we too fucking friendly. Too friendly. Too fucking friendly, man. But then they don't want them step and say, hey, Nolan, man, come on, ride with me, man. Don't worry about them motherfuckers, man. Come on, you can just ride with us back to the mainland or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they had going on. They didn't do that. So Christine, the mom said she told Nolan everybody was supportive of him. Let me go back here, y'all. I thought this was a good interview here. Oh, was it supportive?
The story of Nolan Wells has gripped the nation. The 18-year-old went to Horn Island with friends on July 4th and never made it home. Tonight, his parents, Christine Wansley and Elmore Wansley, and their lawyer, Mr. Ben Crump, are here to share about their fight for the truth of what happened to Nolan and also to tell us who Nolan was.
Hey, I got a question. Is that his stepfather? Because they got two different names. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Is that his stepfather or not?
Before we talk about anything related to the case, I want to express my condolences to you, Christine and Elmore, and to just say that you have been so inspirational in the midst of your pain and grief, the way you have advocated for Nolan. And I just want to ask, how are you doing?
Hanging in there, praying a lot, leaning on our family, our faith, our friends, our community that has really just rallied behind us during this tragedy. But yeah, all we can do right now is just take it day by day. But most importantly, taking care of each other, supporting one another, and just trying to keep our emotions kind of under control. Because sometimes
Nolan looks like his mother.
when you have tragedies like this, you want to be angry sometimes because you just want to know, but we've been, I feel like, doing a good job of just keeping each other accountable in that aspect of making sure that we
No, baby, they ain't what they just said. No, I didn't think she said Wells. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that must be his stepson then. You see what I'm saying?
we stay level-headed whenever we're speaking, making decisions, etc.
Yeah, and there's so many amazing stories about Nolan that bring light in the midst of all of this. So I imagine that is helping as well. I want to ask, tell me, since you've been doing these interviews, have you heard anything new? What is the latest with the local investigation that is happening alongside?
Man, she looked unbothered though, man. Like both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like just with the laughing and stuff, you know, the smiling. She just looked like she's unbothered for real. Like, I mean, I know she got to be hurting. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing negative because, you know, people do grieve differently or try to, you know, hold that shit in, which I ain't mad at her because, you know, they don't need to let these motherfuckers see her sweat. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to see that. They don't need to see that pain and tears coming out of her eyes and shit. So she doing right by doing that. I salute her for that. Well, let's listen to this interview.
Side of independent investigation.
So I'm going to be honest, we have not heard from our local authorities since last Tuesday. And that was because I sent a text. I was like, hey, this is Christine, Nolan's mom. Just wanted to get an update. We received a phone call, basically, really no updates. And that was it. We've heard from no one else.
That's crazy, y'all. She said they ain't received not one call, had not one update. All this shit that's been circulating around on social media. Another thing that's tripping me out too, with this case being high profile as it is, why the hell hasn't the state of Mississippi turned in their autopsy report? Because I'm pretty sure they did theirs first, and then remember they went sent the body off to DC to get an independent person to do the autopsy. So why these motherfuckers ain't said what was the cause of death? See, that's how you know they trying to cover some shit up. This should have been out last week. You know how this boy passed away. Today is the 13th. It's been a whole week, and you still don't have an autopsy report or toxicology report, coming from Nolan Wells. Boy, these some dirty motherfuckers, boy.
Wow. Mr. Crump, what's your reaction to that? Is there anything that indicates, is that abnormal for you as someone who's worked on many cases?
It certainly is, if you put it in context. I know I had the opportunity to talk with Byron Allen, and Byron and I really had a deep exchange, because we talked about if the roles were reversed, this investigation would be handled totally different. I mean, you would have had those young men being interrogated. They would have been separated. It would have been like first 48. If you had 3 young black men with one young white man, and that young white man ended up dead. And so what Elmore and Christine and all of us have been saying, we want a zealous investigation for our son too. We want you to do for our son what you would do for anybody's son and get to the bottom of this, because it's not adding up. And the fact that it seems like it's such a laissez-faire investigation. We take whatever they say as the gospel. We don't, press them on anything. We don't cross-examine them on anything. They say, Nolan said, I volunteer that I'm just going to stay behind. And I'm not even going to ask for my cell phone. They just take that as a grain of salt. And they know their child. They know the young person they raised. He would not have done those things, but they have articulated that over and over again. And so we have to hold everybody accountable, the local officials.
So how many of y'all agree with that, though? If the roles were reversed, right? If the roles were reversed, would this case have been where there were arrests made and interrogations and pretty much, but to not hear anything since Tuesday, they haven't dropped their autopsy report or what they found out to be the cause of death. I think what they're trying to do is wait until Nolan's body get back from DC and get the report from whatever that person said, that examiner said, and then try to go from there. If this boy, man, listen, I hope and pray, y'all, that this boy wasn't beat the fuck down, beat up, face fucked up, mouth fucked up, ears fucked up, nose fucked up, mouth fucked up, eyes blacking out. I hope that's not the case. And if it is the case and that shit come back like that, they might have a couple of them young boys in the streets. They've been trying to get us out there. So if it was reversed, it'd be a whole lot of black people in jail right now. Yeah. And listen, y'all, this is the crazy part about this shit, too. It wasn't just kids out there. You had a whole bunch of adults out there, all them goddamn boats. You mean to tell me that nobody seen anything out there strange that was going on, or arguing or fighting? And like I said, you got these so-called two friends that came out and spoke. One said, I think both of them was pretty much saying that they had been getting harassed and all that, and threatened and all that type of shit. Man, but you doing an interview? I'm not buying that. Because if you was being threatened, ain't no fucking way you would be on TMZ, CBS, doing all these interviews that you're doing. But I sure hope that his parents don't come back and say this boy was fucked up. Now, let me ask you something. Now, I wonder, have they even seen the body? Do y'all know if they ever even seen the body? I don't think they done seen the body. They could have got a call, though, from one of them rednecks down there saying, hey, boys do come up down here missing in Mississippi now. They could have did that too. But I don't think the parents have seen this boy's body. Me neither. I don't believe shit that them two boys from TMZ, one from TMZ, I don't know if they were both on TMZ, but I don't believe shit them boys talking about. The last one that just came out that just spoke seemed a little fruity to me any motherfucking way. I'm just saying. Well, we can't say that. We can't say that because we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure, say what was done to him in the pool and what was done after, because they held the body in the house for a few days. We don't know, Mr. Clean. That's what the motherfucker trying to figure out. Ain't nobody released any autopsy report, Mississippi nor the independent one. Ooh. What you mean, sweetie? 4992. Hey, hold on, y'all. Salute to Pete S, man, for the $5 cash out, man. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button. And Pete say, hey, man, y'all, they make them donate, man. Y'all support the channel, please, y'all. Make sure y'all show some love by Super Chat. Or you can hit the cash out, hit the like button, or PayPal. What you mean, though, sweetie? Salute to you, though, Pete. What you mean, sweeties? We're gonna say Nolan looked zesty too. Ooh, I'm gonna stay away from that one. Let me get to the video. Let me get let me get to the video, man.
The boys on the boat, everybody have to be held to account.
And to that point, I would like to ask Elmore, you have spoken about conversations that you had with Nolan about staying with a group, you know, always keeping in contact. Can you open up a little bit more about that father-son?
Right, OG. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's why I was telling this, you know, say brace yourself. This is deeper than anything you could have imagined, but it will be exposed. Our ancestors have guaranteed that. Hey, I hope so. I hope so. OG say they say the pool party pictures a week before the 4th of July. That's what I hear, OG. Sweetie 4992 say this could have been a rainbow argument. God damn. Woo! Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, my God, man. What up, Big Pressure? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's get back to this shit, man. Hold on, man. Man, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Oh, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you want to support the channel, you can donate by Super Chat, Cash App, or PayPal. Yeah, let's continue right quick, man.
Coaching that often happens with dads and boys about how to move about in this world, because I think it's really powerful.
I think I can really thank my mother for that, because I grew up with a lot of cousins, and I was the smallest of the bunch, so I had to kind of defend myself against them a lot. But one thing that always stood out with us, with my family, was if we come together, we stay together. If one cousin fight, everyone fights. And I preach that same thing to my kids. If you go somewhere with someone, you come back with them, no matter what. It's don't let a girl separate you from your safety net. It's plenty of girls. You see one here, you see one there. So for them to come back and that be the first thing that come out their mouth, like he decided to stay on the island and we left, that when they said that, that automatically just it turned me off, but it turned on a question like, I know he wouldn't do that. I preach that to him every day. He would not do that. So you telling me that you're lying to me just off the rip, you're lying to me. I can't believe that. And I won't believe that.
I saw that today for the first time, because really a lot of folks who were there have been silent. We saw, you know, people taking down their Facebook. It was almost an instant reaction that people went into to protect themselves. But Trayston Shepard.
Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at this chat. I'm looking at this chat. I'm looking at this chat. Oh, man. Man. Let me just carry on. Everything that's said on this page is
described
alleged.
himself as Nolan's best friend. He gave an interview saying that he was the one who was yelling in one of the viral videos that people had been questioning, and said that it wasn't Nolan in the video, that it was him, and that Nolan met a girl that day that he really liked, even though he'd never, interacted with this girl before. Her name was Katie. Have you spoken to Trayston since Nolan's passing?
Now check this shit out. This boy come out the blue, talking about him and hey, G Buddy. Hey, look, there's no whole bars over here. There's no whole bars. I'm just trying to make sense of it. And salute to you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, sister. But this boy come out the blue. He come out the blue. I'm about, that's my dog. Me and him, was tight. We kicking it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But listen to what the mama say about this motherfucker that came out and spoke today.
And how are you responding to his account of what happened?
So first of all, we don't know Trayston. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him. He's never been to our home. Now, if you were to say that about Jalen or Javon, I would say absolutely. You could say that those are childhood friends. Those are best friends because they've been to our home. We know their family. We're close to, their mother. But this young man, I maybe high school, they started hanging out or, kind of been around each other. But again, we don't know him. And not to discount anything he has said, which of course, still trying to rule those things out. But I mean, he has communicated. He did offer his condolences, which we appreciate. And he did let me know about that tidbit, which of course, like I've been telling everyone, if you have any information, forward that over to the local authorities. Make sure also forward that over to our legal team as well, just to make sure that we're looking at everything.
And this girl, Katie, who has been cited. Oh, yes, Mr. Crump, go ahead.
Let me say this to the young man. Not only does his parents, but some of his friends, they reject this notion about, he said, oh, he would just volunteer to stay. They're saying Nolan would never do that. So his friends are saying he doesn't really know Nolan if he's saying that Nolan volunteered to stay there. And we've had so many people now calling our call center saying where there was this argument and then 10 minutes later, there was another argument. But those people of call said, no, Nolan was in an argument. And so now we have to continue to investigate to try to figure out everything that happened. But we absolutely do not accept that he volunteered to stay behind and he volunteered not to have his cell phone with him.
And see, and Nolan was in an argument, y'all. And Nolan was in an argument. Then if that's his so-called friend, he would have known what they was arguing about. Would have known. Would have fucking known. So I can't take him seriously. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out, saying that, that was his partner and all that type of shit, I can't do that. And I think that's what Ben Crump was coming back to put emphasis on, saying, hey man, that motherfucker don't know him. He fugazi. He don't really know him. And Big Pressure, you right. Who would choose to stay behind without their phone? Man, that motherfucking phone is like a dog in his bone. Believe that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You got that phone with you. Boy, if you leave the house, you gonna turn your ass back around, go get that phone. Believe that. That phone gonna be with you 24/7. I don't give a damn if it's water out there or not. You gonna have that phone. OG, that's a good question. That's a good question. I haven't heard. Well, people are saying the Wyatt boy, right? That's who he was, arguing with. But the fact that these white boys ain't came out and said 2 words, man. 2 words. They ain't said 2 fucking words. G Money, I don't know. Some people say that the footage, that picture of the pool party was before the 4th of July. So I don't know. Endo said she would get off the interstate and go back home to get her phone. I know that's right. That's how crucial that phone is, y'all. Motherfucker gonna have that phone on them. Believe that.
Yes, it's definitely unusual for any teenager to part with their cell phone. This young woman, Katie, who's been cited in these various recollections of what happened that day. Do you know if she's been identified? Has anyone spoken to her?
She has been identified. I do not know if anyone has spoken to her. Again, we just have not heard much, right, from our local authorities, which we're glad that we have kind of taken this course, however it may end. We're glad we did, because of this right now, not, being able to have that communication. I just would think with situations like this, they would be more forthcoming, like, hey, let us keep you up to date. We understand the seriousness of the situation and, what you guys are going through. So yeah, but we don't know. We've never met Katie. I've never seen her in my life. She did reach out to me initially, just saying basically like it was a hey and bye type situation. And I was like, that's not what I'm getting from other people. So like I said, before, a lot of inconsistencies, and we just want transparency and a very thorough investigation, just like they would do for anyone else.
So is it possible that they didn't already got the Katie? And OG, you right. You right. If there was this dispute, I ain't gonna say dispute, but like if they were saying like he left and stayed with an old girl, this and that there, man, it could have been a situation where Katie boyfriend, ex-boyfriend or somebody was out there. You know what I'm saying? And seen Nolan up on the motherfucker, and got pissed off. Could have been one of them. Or maybe, one of them was trying to holler at Katie. Nolan comes in, or they find out Nolan was hollering at her or whatever, and say, yeah, nigga, we're going to take care of that shit right out here, man. But the fact still remains. This woman keeps saying over and over that the police hasn't said 2 words to them. Police ain't said shit. Police ain't said a motherfucking thing. Ooh. I'm pretty sure, bro. I'm pretty sure that's all he probably ever dated was white girls. just knowing, you know what I'm saying, the school and you know, the motherfuckers who he surrounded himself by, yeah, I can believe that. But it ain't no fucking way I'm gonna be at a party and I'm the only motherfucking Negro there. That shit ain't happening. So the white boy was definitely tired of his black ass. Hey man, listen. My neighbors down the street, right? I bullshit y'all not. This was Saturday. I noticed when I got over there, I walked through the back gate or whatever. You know, I'm going down the street. I walked through the back gate. All I see is white girls laying out. They in the sun. They call themselves tanning and shit. I said, look at these bitches here. They trying to get some goddamn color on their ass. So as I proceed to walk over there where the men were, they were sitting up under the little cannon, like a little gazebo thing, like I guess that's what you call them. I stayed there, man, probably about 10 minutes. The motherfucker say, hey, Illy, well, go, man, go get you something to eat, man. We done grilled and all this shit here, blah, blah, blah. So I proceed to go in there and look at the food and all that shit, right? Burgers one cooked. Yeah, man, my girl, man, she makes this fire ass macaroni. Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm looking at this watered down ass shit in a crock pot with the regular, yeah, the regular macaroni shells. That shit look like some goddamn soup. And I'm still saying to myself, man, you. But anyway, y'all, I stayed there about 10 minutes. And once I started seeing the motherfuckers open that goddamn tequila, I walked my black ass right back home. I'm not staying around you motherfuckers. I don't even want to be here. I just need to keep the heat off my ass by y'all motherfuckers in the neighborhood. That's it. What up, OG?
Hey, I got a buddy that works at the Target on the Geek Squad. He can go into any phone and pull up shit that was deleted 60 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
But OG, that's the thing. Them motherfuckers ain't trying to solve the case. The Mississippi police ain't trying to solve the case. They don't want to solve the case.
They're the good old boys.
Man, they looking at these three white boys and they saying themselves like they lied in the Carmelo case, and they said that the motherfucker on the jury said that he can't see himself locking a black person up. Get the fuck out of here. No, yeah. Bitch, that what the fuck you motherfuckers was saying.
Yeah.
I can't see myself locking a white boy up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's why I say, bro. The mama they found, you know, they knew exactly who these motherfuckers was. I'm pretty sure the bitch probably told them, yeah, my mother's judge such and such. All them police have been in that courthouse. They know them judges.
No, the judge made the call to the police. That's what she did. She called the police.
Well.
Ask them for a favor.
Cynthia, they listen. I know they got the fucking results of the autopsy report, but I think what they're trying to do, y'all, is wait till they get the results back from the independent person examiner that Ben Crump hired. That's what I believe. So they can try to, match that shit up or dispute what they said what was the cause of death. Go ahead, OG. My bad.
That's what I said. That's the best thing they could have did was got that body out of Mississippi because they gonna try to manipulate the autopsy.
Oh yeah, they would have said that bitch was undetermined.
Yeah.
They would have been like, oh man, we don't know the cause of death.
Yep. That's what I said. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick for paying for that. And they've been talking shit on him, the racists, by him getting that body out of there. But who cares what they say?
Yeah, them motherfuckers can't say shit, man. All that nigga did was kneel down on a knee. These bitches went in the White House and put shit on the wall. Ain't that a bitch?
Right.
These motherfuckers went in the White House and put shit on the wall.
Right.
I'll tell you, man, this shit crazy than a bitch. This bitch crazy, man. Hold on.
Mr. Crump, can you speak to what is the sort of game plan for the next few months to even 6 months? What is the ideal situation for how this plays out?
Certainly. Natasha, I did want to just briefly remark on your last question.
Mm-hmm.
We have an investigation team that are talking to dozens of witnesses now. So we are trying to dot every I and cross every T. And as we get those reports, we want to report to the family what people are saying in these interviews. So that's important. And I believe Kate is one who they are planning to talk to if they haven't already talked to her today.
Hey, that's why right there, y'all. That's why the police is not communicating with the family. Because they know that the investigating team that Ben Crump got, they reaching out to everybody. So, yeah, them white boys probably saying, shit. What I'm going to tell these niggers anything for? I don't tell these niggers nothing. I don't do that. Oh, no doubt. Cynthia say, yep, the subpoena's coming real soon. You better believe it. And, man, I'm just curious to see if, how did they, who helped them? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't smart enough to do that shit by themselves. They weren't smart enough to do that shit by themselves, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if motherfucking one of them parents, the dad or somebody helped they motherfucking ass,
The police helped them.
Well, police,
the police helped them. That's why they ain't investigating.
Man.
Think about it.
Big President. Yeah. But I'm talking about Big President. They still had to get that. Like I said, we don't know what the autopsy report shows. So let's just say if the narrative that they was gonna try to push was that he drowned. So if that autopsy don't come back and say that the body was, submerged underwater and all that type of shit, matter of fact, you'll be what's that shit like? You be taking a bath, you sitting there so long, your fingers and shit get wrinkled and all. That's how his body should have been looking.
Waterlogged.
Yeah, waterlogged. So with that being said, that was the narrative that they was gonna try to push. But if that shit come back from DC saying that otherwise he was beaten or, another cause of death or some shit like that, Hey, man. It might be some shit go down in Mississippi again, you know what I'm saying? They already got that other shit going on down there with that fucking police that shot and killed that little baby. Mississippi, shit, they on the clock right now. Believe that.
With that said, we are on a ferocious search for the truth. We plan on having, the independent autopsy.
Hey, man, get your hating ass up out of here, nigga. You don't know what them people down there in Mississippi gonna do. Your ass ain't gonna do nothing. How you love that, nigga? You ain't gonna do nothing. Sit up there talking about ain't gonna be nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Your motherfucking ass on. You ain't gonna do nothing, nigga.
You got a troll in there?
Nah, that's y'all motherfucking weird ass. You ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. You still the motherfucker be sitting up there letting them bitches punk you. Talking about ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Get your ass on somewhere, man.
Preliminary findings to present, because we know when you deal with the state and the government, they can take for months before they release an autopsy. We've seen it in the past on other cases. We interviewed with you on Natasha where they took 6 months. They took a year just to come release the autopsy. We plan on trying to make sure we can retrieve these deleted messages. That's going to be really important. We know that others deleted their messages. If law enforcement wanted to convince us they were doing a thorough job, they would say, no, those messages, you all do activating your social media and whatever texts and snaps that happened on that July 4th weekend, those can be very relevant to why Nolan Wells ended up dead. So why aren't you all retrieving those text messages and those snaps? Because again, as Byron and Allen talked about with so much conviction, that would have been the level of scrutiny and zealousness had the roles been reversed. And so that's what we keep fighting on. But I do believe this, Natasha. Young people are talking. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of young people out there. Nobody believes that Nolan either fell off a boat or jumped in the water without people seeing it. That would make no sense. And if that is the case, then why didn't people try to help him? Thanks. Or people didn't try to do anything? It's not adding up. It is not.
And how many of y'all believe that? That right now, young black men, young black boys in America are the targets right now. I think they are, for the simple fact that it's like, as of lately, everything has been dealing with our boys. Remember they brought in, they was with the ICE shit, getting all the immigration up out of here, this, that, and this. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's like every corner you turn is some dealing with a black death, some type of tragedy. Motherfuckers can run a nigga down, a young motherfucker down 130 yards. This bitch think ain't no way Chow ass ran that boy down 130 yards. Man, Barry Sanders, man, that's some Barry Sanders, Walter Payton type of shit.
Right.
These motherfuckers.
Right.
Oh, man. Yeah, for real, though, man. I'm just tripping out, though. But, yeah, that's some Walter Payton type of shit, man, to run a motherfucker down 130 yards. That's why I still, to this day, don't believe that child shot that boy. I think his son shot him.
That's why I think shot him.
I don't give a, because that old motherfucker wasn't catching that little 14-year-old boy. And I know you old ass niggas that's up in here right now, y'all ain't catching no 14-year-old boy. I'm not even gonna try. Nigga, give me my inhaler. Nigga, out the 5 yards, I'm spraying that bitch. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Shit, man. But yeah, they have been the targets, man. All the targets.
As I said earlier, it's time to go militant on these motherfuckers.
Man, look.
That's the only way they gonna leave us alone.
Brother Sharif, not catching no 14-year-old, bro.
You ain't.
You ain't catching no 14-year-old and your bitch ass 60-something years old. You are not catching no 14-year-old boy.
I might be good for 30 yards, and that's it.
Man, I don't think you good for fucking 5. Stop the cap.
Nah, I'm good for 30 yards.
Man, I'm telling you, man. That man, look, when you look, I do a lot of walking every day, man, but I know I'm not in the shape I was at fucking 2018, 19. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But Child's son, that bitch he was on the swimming team. So he was in shape like a motherfucker.
Right.
He in shape. He can catch him. He did catch him. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Child.
They are the targets, man. And man, I hate to say this, man. We can tell these young boys right now, hey, man, you might want to sit still. You know, things ain't right out here right now for y'all. You know what they gonna do? Act like motherfucker, you ain't said 2 words to them. That shit gonna go in one and go out the other.
That's why I said they ain't shit. Won't do shit to them pale faces, but quick to shoot a brother as soon as he step on his sneakers.
Oh yeah, or he come on the wrong block, huh?
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't shit.
Yeah, we got our problems. I know it.
Not adding up.
One of the things that has really just confounded so many people is, again, this question of a cell phone being separated from a young person and other people possessing that cell phone, but not knowing where the young person is.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any more insight into who passed the phone to who? What's the explanation for how the cell phone ended up in someone else's hands? Elmore or Christine, do you know?
So it's unclear, like I said, and Elmore has said, I just cannot fathom Nolan leaving his phone. Even his best friends are like, no, if Nolan was going to stay anywhere, theoretically, because we know that's not Nolan's character. But theoretically speaking, if he were to, then what he would say is, hey man, give me my phone. Let me grab my phone or something. He would take his phone. So to sit there and say that, oh, he just left his phone, like that's hard for me to believe. I don't see any teenager without their phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have to keep my phone on me, at all times. So no. But as far as like the retrieval, when the boys called, I was tracking, I was like, he's on land. Like, what do you mean? And they're like, no, his phone is not with him. And so my friend Tashima, she went to go pick the phone up because we were trying to figure out who do we call to file this report with. As I'm being told by his friends, like, oh, don't worry, like, we're gonna find him, it's gonna be okay. Absolutely not. Don't ever tell a parent that. Don't ever tell a parent, like, you call me and tell me my child is missing, and then it's, oh, well, it's gonna be okay, like, we're gonna find him. And this is how we found our child. So
that's some fucked up shit, y'all. These same motherfuckers sitting up there telling them, we gonna find him. We gonna find him. But they know that this motherfucker dead than a motherfucker. Weekend at Bernie's, huh?
No, the police ain't doing their job, because if I was the police and I found out these people called me and told me that the only way we found their phone, we had to track it. Well, who got your phone that you had to track it down? I'm bringing them people in for questioning. How'd you end up with this phone?
Well, gee, we know that, but it's just the fact that
why ain't these people been brought in for questioning? You can lawyer up all you want. Somebody's gonna give me some answers.
Yeah, but it's like they on cold, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They on
on
cold.
code down there.
They on cold. And let me tell you something, man. This what somebody told me, man. He's not, how can I say it? He's a white dude, but we just had this conversation one day, and we were just talking about, when white people kill black people or kill a black person, something like that, to them, that's like a trophy, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's a trophy to them. Motherfucker ain't did shit else. Ain't won no MVP and no football or basketball. Motherfucker ain't won, you know what I'm saying, pitcher of the year or home run derby, of the year or whatever. So just the fact that if you can get you a dead nigger, that's a trophy for them, bro.
How we know this wasn't? How we know this? How we know this wasn't some kind of initiation shit?
Bruh. We don't know because the police ain't trying to tell what it is.
They ain't gonna tell.
I think the police know exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure everybody know what happened except, the parents. But with this investigation that they got, man, they finna hammer everybody, man, with this team that they got. They going to get everybody. Them two boys that came in there and spoke, talking about they was his friends and all that, which the parents did admit to. The first little boy that was on TMZ, that was his little partner. I think he was a year up under him or something. You know what I'm saying? But this guy that just came out and spoke, no, something wrong with that picture there, man. Something wrong with that picture.
I'm gonna tell you what else is wrong with this picture. You can forget about the FBI getting involved with this under the Trump administration. You can definitely forget about the FBI getting involved.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening. What you talking about? What are you trying to talk about? You don't know what you talking about. You let a white man talk to you about something like that, motherfucker. You don't even know the whole conversation. What the fuck we were talking about? John, I think you just one of them niggas that just be wanting to have some shit
negative to say.
No, not even negative, man. Just ignorant. Just ignorant. Ain't got nothing better else to do but sit on the computer and jack off all day. I understand, nigga. That's the only thing you sit on here and do is jack off all day. I get it. I understand, Mr. Jack Off.
Jack off.
I'm calling your ass, Mr. Jack Off, motherfucker.
Mr. Me Off, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Me Off. First name Jack.
Motherfucker, get on here talking about, boy, man, never mind.
It's a lot. As a parent, I again grieve with you and can only imagine how painful this has been.
Notice he got Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman up there behind him. Notice he got Trayvon.
Elmore, I want to ask you for just the larger picture here. How did you all come to be in Mississippi? Are you a generational family that has lived there for a while? Did you move there? And what's your feelings about a lot of the discussion, frankly, in the country about this being a sort of bringing up old pain, mysterious cases of a young Black boy going missing? What are your thoughts?
Have you ever seen a product that transforms any ordinary space into a dreamy underwater world in just 1 second?
That was a good question that she asked. I want to hear what she got to say. I want to hear that.
Well, my family is originally from Mississippi. My uncles were, I guess you could say, the famous ones, the family out of Moss Point. They were like the three brothers that play in the NFL. So my family is originally from here. As far as the history of Mississippi, teaching education has changed. When I was in school, we really got into the history of Mississippi, and that's what me and Christine, we were trying to teach our children, because we feel like that they don't teach it well enough anymore. It's watered down. It's
like a couple of pages, if that, and you're done. Because even when I was in school, it was very short. Like when you discuss Black history, next to nothing.
And so that's what.
And look, I know all you parents, grandparents that are in here tonight. I know y'all can vouch for that shit. Y'all remember when we had to do coming up in school, we had to do a report on Black history, someone of Black that of our history. It was Dr. King or Malcolm X or Sojourner the Truth. We had the Frederick Douglass. We had to write, do all that shit. Now they don't even discuss that shit in school. It's not in the curriculum. Even if the teacher wanted to talk about it, they won't allow it.
You learn more from home than you learn in school.
Well, you should learn more from home. Oh, yeah. You know what, baby? And since you said that, I just thought about something. When I was coming up in school, and I remember during Black History Month, I'm going to tell you what the motherfuckers did, man. They put on this old ass documentary of Miss Jane Pittman. And baby is 1,000% correct. That's what they showed us to teach us about Black history, that we were slaves, pretty much. And as I can sit back and think about that documentary now, all I remember is this old woman sitting on the porch talking about how she used to work in the cotton fields. Nothing else. Nothing else, man. And now you ask one of these kids now, about Frederick Douglass or, what's his name? Marcus Garvey or anybody, man. They gonna be like, who the fuck are you talking about? But if you go back, I like it too, bro. But it was more, you know what I'm saying, Brother Sharif? It was like we could have got more, man. We could have got more. But it wasn't in the curriculum for them to teach us that or to share that with us. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. But you look at it now, look at these motherfuckers now. They are having a fit that they're knocking down these fucking racist ass statues and shit all across the country. Majority of these high schools that they are named after slave owners. Back home, they had a school called Lee Junior High. Boy, I never knew what the fuck that meant until I got out of high school. Why that school was named Lee Junior High. I bet y'all can take a guess on why that bitch was named Lee Junior High.
Named after a loser.
Shit.
General Lee was a loser, just like the rest of the generals. They're all losers. All those statues Them are losers.
Yeah. Yeah. And they around here clowning and having a fit because motherfuckers tearing them down.
America like a loser. That's why they always putting up statues of losers.
Big Pressure say he took his kids on a black museum tour this summer. I don't care how rich we get. I don't ever want them to forget. I advise y'all to do the same. Keep yourself and them grounded. Robert E. Lee, goddamn right. Oh, that was easy, brother Sheree. That shit out. Yeah, I never knew that though until I got, until I started doing my own fucking research.
Like I said, you're a loser.
And y'all know the crazy part about it? It's a lot of Robert E. Lee schools around America. Ain't that a bitch? For real though, man. Come to find out, if the motherfucker was named Booker T. Washington, then they were around here changing the name of the school from that shit to something else. Shit is weird, man. But this is America. Say Confederates still remain below the Mason-Dixon line. You got that right, boy. You got that right.
Yep. Because
Yeah,
up here where I live at, you got one school up here named after a president. The rest of these statues and monuments up here, they're named after Quakers.
Say after Quakers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, man, I just I don't know, bro. I hate that the young generation don't have a clue.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't. It's not interesting to them. A lot of these young folks, they don't even believe racism exists, bro. Man, I'm sitting up here. I walk in the house, y'all. This was today. I walk in my house, and I hear my son on the phone with his grandmother. I guess they had some little meeting down there in the little senior home that she lived in or whatever, right? And they were talking about one of the doors be open or some shit, on the side doors, motherfucker put a stick in there or some shit, to keep the door open in case, motherfucker will go outside and smoke some shit like that, whatever. So she say, this old white man gets up talking about, yeah, one of them blacks down there from North Omaha that live in here, probably doing it. I wouldn't be surprised. So my mother-in-law, knowing her ass, she gets up. So who the fuck you talking about? I know how she is. I know she done went off on the motherfucker. So don't y'all know, man? She said this motherfucker jumped up out his seat, man. And that like he wanted to do something to her. But little do he know, she had a motherfucking Carmelo Anthony on her. Hey, that old motherfucker gonna get poked that day, boy.
I bet you it's more than 3 inches.
You better believe it. Yeah, she gonna get her Carmelo Anthony on. And like I said, man, I ain't mad at Carmelo. I ain't mad at nobody for protecting their motherfucking self when motherfuckers be on that silly shit.
Right.
Yeah, man, but that's the type of shit that still go on, bro. No matter where you at. And like I say, with Trump in office right now, them bitches feel emboldened, boy. You can't say, man, them motherfuckers on a whole nother level. Believe that. Just like they were when he was in office the first time.
That's why we constantly talk to our boys about things, about situations. I will give them scenarios about things that happened to me and just tell them and just trying to prepare them. And I know that I was not going to be able to be there for them every day, and every minute. But if that situation was able to come toward their way, they would have some kind of idea of how to deal with it instead of just being blindsided by it. As far as that day goes, it hurts me because I wish I could have been there, but like I told in previous interviews, it was his last time to really have fun before he got to report back for camp. So we let him have fun.
We wanted him to have a good time, just blow off that last bit of steam so he could recenter himself and have he was gearing up for a great season.
Yes.
They had been working, every day he had been working, just practicing some stuff, but then also hitting the gym. So he was having multiple workouts a day. And then for this to happen, it's just, it's so devastating.
It's just another reason why when you come tell me that my son stayed on the island when he had so much in place, so much stuff he was getting ready to do, you can't sit there and say that to me and then think I'm going to just take that for face value.
Exactly.
You're talking to the wrong parent. I don't.
Hey, y'all know what I see too, y'all? When I listen to this couple right here, and then I see them, then I look at Carmelo Anthony's parents. I see them, young parents, I remember them, I remember them days being a young parent. And you go back and you look at these motherfuckers. What and you look at these motherfuckers, right? Look at the Metcalfs. Dysfunctional, old addicts, probably still addicts because the motherfucker still drank. You can tell Jeff was fucked up on that little interview that he did. From what I understand, that at these parties and shit that they were having at these houses where Nolan was going, the fucking parents was in there getting fucked up. They drunk. Probably got an 8-ball over there or something allegedly, But when you see us, we just trying to motherfucking make ends meet, man. Make sure that we show our kids, right from wrong. Try to teach them right from wrong. Try to show them values of life. Work ethic. How to become a young man in this world. How to become a young woman in this world. These motherfuckers don't do that shit because they already know they got it. They got it made. They got fucking 10 steps ahead of our kids because of the color of their skin. That what pisses me the fuck off.
Not only that, you got these parents sitting there supplying alcohol and whatever to these kids. Who's to say they wasn't messing with them kids too?
Never know.
That's their culture.
Motherfucking MILF, bitch.
That's their culture.
Yeah, your mother's a MILF.
Yep, that's their culture.
The boy say they are the devil, that's all. Chris will say they were jealous black people aren't supposed to have intact families with upward bound children. Yeah, no doubt. And man, that's what you see, man. Like motherfuckers be fucking, divorced, split up, living in one house and all this other bullshit going on. Motherfuckers got SA charges allegedly, and that's what be pissing me off, y'all. Like, I hate to say it this way, but this is just the reality of it, man. It seemed like the kids that got everything that these other kids don't have or not fortunate to have, they be the ones get caught up in bullshit, bro. Because what Big Pressure say? I'm gonna steal your shit, Big Pressure. They don't know how to read the room. That other little kid that's over there that ain't got his mother and his father, or maybe just got his mother, ain't got his father in his life, or he see his father every now and then. He gotta learn, or she gotta learn how to survive on her own at an early age. She probably taking care of her siblings and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? At an early age. While mama out there trying to fucking work. But the kids that be having the shit like Nolans, Camelos, it seems like they get caught up in the bullshit, man. Not saying that they did anything wrong. It just seems like these are the targets that these motherfuckers try to come and disturb and disrupt the homes, disturb the homes.
I'm gonna use Big Pressure's words. They squares. That's how they getting caught up. They squares.
Because
if you're in the hood, you rolling deep to a party like that, okay? You ain't going by yourself if you from the hood.
No, you ain't gonna do that. No,
you rolling deep. You roll at least 5 deep.
Yeah, you're gonna have somebody there with you that you know.
Yeah.
But just say for an example, if I did go somewhere, right? If I went to a bar or some shit, right? When I used to be out there running them streets, and I know it's a white bar. I walk in that white bar, and I see 2 or 3 brothers in there, or a brother up in there. I'm gonna make sure I speak to that motherfucker. Like, what's up, bro? Give him the nod, man. Let him know, hey, man. So we have already established that motherfucking, point there. Hey, man, some bullshit jump off in this bitch. Nigga, I'm there with you. I'm gonna help your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? We know where we at. Man, you got these young motherfuckers right now, man. They'll walk in a room and, man, don't even speak. Won't even acknowledge that you even there. Exactly. Survival skills. Fucking survival skills.
Hey,
man, if I don't know anything else, y'all, I know how to fucking survive.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. Me and my brother and this white dude I work with every day that I've known for the last 45 years. We went in the bar one day, a white bar, got some drinks. Bartender took my brother's drink after he was done and threw it in the garbage and told the white boy he was cut off. I said, it's time to go.
Oh, yeah. He fucked up. Nigga, y'all, he wasn't supposed to bring y'all in there.
Yup, it's time to go.
Yeah, y'all weren't supposed to be in there.
Nope.
Y'all wanna know the crazy part? Big Precious just said that some black people get so much money, they stop teaching principles of being black. Man, I'm finna tell y'all some crazy shit right quick, y'all. Where's my phone? Oh, I got my phone. When I tell y'all, we done seen all the bullshit that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, all the shit they didn't, did in the public's eyes with, their kids and all that type of shit. Well, his kids, this and that, there, whatever, right? We know these motherfuckers are multi-millionaire, individuals here, But when I tell y'all, man, that motherfuckers will put on that mask, Oh, I appreciate it, sister. I appreciate it. I try to. That's how I get down over here. We all good over here. It just look, we ain't got too many here tonight because I ain't been going live, but we usually have a little crowd in here. But I definitely appreciate you. Thank you very much. But man, when I tell you that I can just say out the blue, man, if I was to get up one night and just say, man, I'm gonna go down here to the lounge or whatever, I might run into Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union right here in Omaha. In the hole in the wall. When these two motherfuckers come back here, cause Gabrielle from here. Oh my God, man. Somebody fuck with them. That motherfucking Gabrielle Union is motherfucking who this is? Salute the I don't say last name. Salute to Thomas, man, for the $10 cash out. Man, we've been on here almost 2 hours, man. Make sure y'all show some love, man, by supporting the channel by hitting the cash out, or you can donate through PayPal or Super Chat, or just subscribe to the channel. But thanks, Thomas, for the cash out, man. I definitely appreciate it. I think that's my second look, yeah. But yeah, man, like they put on this mask and then that Hollywood shit, you know, when they ain't in Omaha, they on that other bullshit, Dwayne Wade, you know, looking like he queered the fuck out and all this bullshit and all that. Oh, that salute to what is this? Salute to OG, man, for the cash out there, brother. I definitely appreciate it, man. Salute to OG, man. Thanks for donating to the channel.
No doubt. We got to support this war.
You goddamn right. We definitely in a war out here. Motherfuckers don't even know we in a war. They think this shit just ordinary out here.
You think we on vacation?
But man, I swear to God though, y'all, when I tell you some real diehard ass niggas, that couple there, oh yeah. But like Big Pressure said, they get so rich that they don't preach black principles in the house because ain't no fucking way things will be the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? That they were preaching some of this shit or teaching some of this shit. Even I know when I start saying that shit, I be right here talking to my son. I know that shit going one end and go out the other. But you know what though? I say that shit again over and over and over and over again because I don't want the motherfucker to say that I didn't tell him. Just saying. Salute to Tony, man, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for supporting the platform, man, because we are definitely at war. I don't know, Big Pressure. I don't know. Gabrielle, she's a hood chick, man. She right here from North Omaha, man. She's a real life hood chick. She's that motherfucker that'll fight your ass in the middle of the street. That's just the type of woman that she is. That movie shit just for the movies. Yeah, man. Like I say, you'll be surprised though. Be surprised, man. But we definitely got to get back to doing that, bro. I because I'm telling you, man, moving forward into 2030 and 24, man, they trying to erase any type of history of blackness that's out here. They don't even want that shit to be around. They want us to forget. That's why I can't get with these motherfucking Africans over there still trying to get reparations and think that black folks, LBAs, should not get a fucking dime.
Africans need to mind their own business and worry about what's going on in Africa. They don't even have toilets over there. They shitting in the street.
Man, I don't know what the fuck they doing, but I know one goddamn thing. Them people over there in Ghana, they got reparations for selling motherfucking Africans to fucking white boys over in America. Believe that shit.
We can't.
And again, I don't think, and I've said this in every interview, I would hope anyone, if their loved one, if this type of tragedy or if they, whatever, I would hope they would fight. I would hope they would fight like hell to find out what happened. And if something did happen, who did it, for justice purposes. Like, I don't get why a lot of people are so upset with us asking the questions, because God forbid, if you were in the situation, I would hope that, you would too. Like that would be my response to anyone who is out there questioning us. This is not about money, because I'll tell you right now, y'all can take the money, the gifts, everything that people have been so kind and given to us. You can take that all if you give us our baby back. Like, I don't care.
You seen the hood come out her ass. You seen the neck roll when she started talking. She said, y'all can take the money. I just want my baby back. And you know what? She's successful, man. I think she's some type of, children's doctor or something like that. I mean, she has a career. The husband, I think he own a business. So they all right. They doing, well to do. But when you always look on the other side, boy, it's a whole different story.
These YNs who ain't got nothing to lose need to go down there and handle business.
Huh.
That's what they need to do. The ones who ain't got nothing to lose need to go down there and handle business. Told you, time to be militant now.
Our goal, again, is we just want a thorough, honest, transparent investigation. And I don't think that is asking for much.
Mm-hmm. Christine,
they don't want you to ask questions. They don't think that any black person should ask questions about anything that they're doing. They don't feel that you have the right to ask no questions. You going whatever we tell y'all that what it is, that's just what it is. That's that slave master's mentality shit. We gonna tell y'all what it is, and you just got to go along with it. See, that's what's been happening so many times, man, in the past, where when things like this happen, a lot of families didn't have the money to fight. They didn't have a lot to fight. And see, I'm gonna tell you, man, you just said something, Brother Sharif. You just said something. He said, I like Christine and Elmore, and I'm glad they spoke out quickly and loudly. That's the shit that baby was talking about while she was pissed off at the goddamn Anthony family. I think Big Pressure was pissed off at the Anthony family. They didn't do this. Fuck that gag order shit, man. I gotta tell my damn son's story. Soon as the motherfucking white boy, the Metcalf and them seen that they ain't come say a word. First thing they went did was with the fucking Fox News. After they got their interview out, guess what they did? Put that gag order on everybody. Said you can't talk about shit. Oh, this is the dirty games that they play. But I can tell this sister here, Christine, she's man. She thorough. She from the neighborhood, man. She from the fucking neighborhood.
And Christine, did you also grow up in Mississippi or in the South? It sounds like you did, because you
talked about it. I did. I actually moved here when I was younger. So I'm half Filipino, which is another whole discourse that's going on. Yes, I'm half Filipino, but again, when you look at someone, you are viewing phenotypes. And if you don't know what that means, people, that is the characteristics, like physical characteristics of a person. And so when you look at me, I'm a black woman. If you ask me, I'm a black woman. I am.
Hold on. Let's rewind that. I told you she from the neighborhood.
phenotypes. And if you don't know what that means, people, that is
in the South. It sounds like you did because you
so
talked about
I did. I actually moved here when I was younger. So I'm half Filipino, which is another whole discourse that's going on. Yes, I'm half Filipino, but again, when you look at someone, you are viewing phenotypes. And if you don't know what that means, people, that is the characteristics, like physical characteristics of a person. And so when you look at me, I'm a Black woman. If you ask me, I'm a Black woman. I am. But yes, I've been here since I was young. And just learning the history, knowing the history. My grandmother, my family actually on my dad's side is from here. She had a white father, and her mother was mixed. So getting these teachings, and she grew up around that time of segregation. So getting these teachings, she would always tell us like, hey, this, and this. And so that just really stuck with me because I knew when I got to a point where I was blessed with children, I would need to tell them about these things. They would need to be educated as well.
And I guarantee you, growing up down there in Mississippi, right? And she just said that her grandmother or something like that was mixed, you know what I'm saying? She had a white father, this and that there. Yeah, that come from raping they motherfucking great-grandmothers and shit. That's
doubt.
where that come from.
No doubt.
That's exactly where that shit come from. Oh, yeah. That's exactly where it come from. She could have went deep into it, but she let it be known, yeah, I'm a Black woman at heart, motherfucker. Say, yes, they were so submissive, but Christine was yeah, I think this just in her, though, bro. I think it's just in her. And man, like I say, I was on baby ass for that shot. Like, baby, you don't know what the fuck these people going through. But boy, more and more I look at this shit and think about what my mother would have did, or, aunties, or, shit. Man, they would have went nuts around this motherfucker. They would have went nuts. Ain't no holding back. They want to know what the fuck going on. And that's right. They were submissive to the fucking slave master, man. Didn't say a fucking word. Didn't say a word. That's just crazy. Motherfucker ain't said a word, man. Shit. Unbelievable, man.
Absolutely. I ask about that because it seems that Nolan, you as parents provided the American dream for Nolan. I just want you to know that when we see the pictures and the videos of him, I mean, just the joy. He was living his best life. And that's only possible because of parents like you. So I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
Of course. Mr. Crump, I also want to take a moment to just have you directly explain to the public, which people have various levels of understanding, as we've seen. What is the role of a lawyer like you in this case? Mm-hmm. What do you do in this case? Because, you're famous. You've been part of some of the most historic and impactful civil rights cases and cases for justice in modern history in our time since, I'm thinking back to Trayvon Martin. Talk to us about what you do as an attorney.
It is amazing the times we live in, Natasha, because 20 years ago, Black people would have no chance at justice. The local authorities would not charge anybody. Nothing would happen. And nobody got to bring civil actions for Black life in America. And it was this phenomenon that we have kind of created. I call it the legacy of Trayvon Martin, where we started talking about the value of Black life, where we started talking about the lived experiences of Black mothers and Black fathers when their children are taken from them in just unbelievable ways. And so our role is to come in first as a civil trial lawyer. The Constitution says that under the 7th Amendment, if you feel that you have been wronged, if you have been grieved, then you have a right to not try to go fight the battles out in the streets, but to come in the court of law and say, based on the 7th Amendment, I have a right to civil justice. What is civil justice? It's any kind of justice that will not go up to the point where you can imprison somebody, arrest somebody, take their liberty. Only the government can do that. And for far too often in America, the government has failed us in equal justice under the law. But now, because after Trayvon, after Michael Brown, after Breonna Taylor, after George Floyd, Alton Sterling, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Sonia Massey, Tyree Nichols. I mean, those cases, we affirm that Black lives matter just like white lives matter. Black tears are just as painful as white tears, and Black pain hurts just as much as white pain. And so what we try to do is do everything that a private lawyer can do under the Constitution to get some measure of justice for good people like Christine and Elmore, some measure of accountability, some level of truth that has often evaded us in the past. And this phenomenon, understand it now, has only been around for like the last 20 years. You know, Natasha Goen, the young girl who the Asian woman shot in the head in the grocery store and they gave her probation, there was no civil action for her. You know, when you think about Emmett Till, I mean, lynched in Mississippi, there was no civil action for them. They didn't give Black people any kind of justice or compensation for their lives. So what we're trying to do is fight to say that Black lives matter. They don't just matter, but they are valuable too. That Nolan Wells was valuable to American society, not just to his family and to his community, but was of value to America. And I keep saying Byron Allen because we talk a lot, and I know he tries to use the grill to give us a voice. He tells me all the time, Attorney Crump, you should be asking for $1 billion because that's what they would ask for if it was their children. And he drills that into me. But Byron is right. There is no amount of value that you could give Christina Elmore or Natasha or Ben Crump for our children's lives. And that's how we have to look at it.
So with that being said, I'm going to stop it there, y'all. Let me ask y'all something. From what we see and from what we know right now, do y'all think that Christine and Eleanor, do y'all think they believe that they're going to get justice for their son? Honestly.
Not criminal. Maybe civil, but definitely not criminal. That's out the door.
I agree with you, man. Because these motherfuckers, like she said, man, dog, do y'all realize today is fucking Tuesday now, but it Monday. So we going on 7 days now. They ain't heard from the police in 7 days.
They ain't going to either.
They ain't heard from the police in 7 days. And she said she had to call them motherfuckers. You know, shit is weird, man. But I understand. Like I said, I grew up in Louisiana, man. I seen some things in that motherfucker, boy. Boy, I'm telling you, man, that just blew my fucking little mind growing up. Oh. What up, Big Pressure?
What up?
Oh, my bad. There you go. What up with it?
What up?
Oh,
yeah, it's really just a micro mini view of what's going on a broader scale. All right, that's all it is. We getting a micro view. Even with the Carmelo, if you want to mix all the cases together, I know the similarities, I know the differences. But at the end of the day, it's saying the same. They sending the same message. All right, they sending the same message.
What message is that, Big Pressure?
Nigga, you still a nigga in America, man, and you got to be twice as right. And you gotta and you better know how to read the room. All right? That's the message. All right, and that's for anybody. I'm telling you. You gotta be twice as right. You still a nigga, and you need to know how to read the room. This go for adults and kids. And if the adults don't know, then they ain't teaching the kids. So the kids obviously don't know. Sometimes I said, man, sometimes you can become too successful and you can think that you belong. Nigga, that's a problem. You better always know where you came from. Your roots. You know what I'm saying? Your roots and where you really came from, but you better stay tapped in. And every now and then go get a refresher course. Go renew your membership here and there.
You know the fucked up part about it is though, man, when we talking about this, man, it's like now, even when we was growing up in the 80s and 90s, bro, we knew about them crackers. Now, man, just like in that video that they showed at the beach, you know, saying there was Nolan out there, right? He was telling the what, saying when they were saying that was Nolan talking, Nolan was saying, they said Nolan was the one saying, give me my phone back. No, what said, what the fuck you give me my phone back. What the fuck you doing, nigga? You know, y'all, you know, using that word with the white boys and the white boys, you know what I'm saying? This the shit they do. This the shit they do, Big Pressure.
Fact. But I'm more at all. Like I'm for real, and I'm from Mississippi, and I do know that, like I say, where they from, it's a lot of money, probably a lot of different demographic.
Hold on, Big Pressure. Paul. Hey, it ain't the fact that if it was proven that it wasn't Nolan, it still was another young black brother still talking like that with the white boys. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
What did he say?
Huh?
Who said that? What you talking about?
He was just saying that that was proven that wasn't Nolan, the person on the beach. I don't know who it was. Only thing I'm saying is this is how they speak around, you know, the white boys nowadays. We wouldn't dare sit up there and be talking like that with no white boys back in the day. If anything, what would have been coming out of our mouth was a motherfucking honky or a cracker, you know. That just would have been it. Well, if he didn't look black and the motherfucker still said that, that's a problem. But anyway, go ahead, Big Pressure.
Yeah. And that's why I say, man, like some situation, and I'm telling you, it's not. It don't have anything to do with race. It's a color boundary, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking it. I ain't even trying to fight against it no more. It is what it is. You won't see no one Crip go on a fishing boat with a whole lot of Bloods. You won't see one Blood go on a fishing boat with a whole lot of Crips.
Hell no.
So, you won't see one Democrat go on a boat trip with a whole lot of. It just don't work. Like it really don't. Like that dynamic right there. Sometimes I don't know, man. It just I hate it like that, but shit, that's where we at right now. Like you can't tell me nothing else. Like I wish we could. I wish it was the other way around, but nah, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Now we can fish off the bank. You know what I'm saying? We can go on the bank and go fishing, but I ain't getting on no boat with you. I'm sorry.
No, we ain't doing all that shit. Say that shit ain't happening.
Yeah, we can go down to the goddamn creek. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I'm gonna be careful. But I'm just saying, getting on the boat, going to an island. Nah, I'm cool on that right there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know,
Cool
man.
on that.
It's just this new breed of motherfucking youngsters, bro. They just, man, they just totally different, bro. And big pressure. I know, just listening on real talk though, y'all. Listening to that mother talk, Christine talk, and listen to the dad talk and shit, bro. I believe 100% that they was coaching their kid and talking to their kid about these type of things. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. But the thing about it though, man, when he told them that he was going with such and such and such and such, such and such and such and such, right then and there, that's when the parents should have kicked in and say, hey, man, I don't think that's a good idea, bro. I don't think you. I know you want to go have fun and blow off some steam before everything get going with the season and shit. But man, I don't think that's a good idea, bro.
Okay, if they talking to him and giving him the game, why did they okay that trip?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they okay that trip? Like, I ain't okaying that trip. That trip gonna have to get, and maybe, that nah, I'm cool. You going out there with them?
I told you, and I think I told everybody in here that when that motherfucking coach came over here to talk to my son and sat at the table, he had the audacity, y'all. This is what this motherfucking white boy told us, man. He said, man, yeah, at the end of the year, at the end of the season, after the boys and did this and did that, we go to Colorado and we go to go whitewater rafting. I'm like, shit, who going whitewater rafting? Who you think you taking whitewater rafting?
Yeah.
Who the fuck you taking whitewater rafting?
Yeah. See, some stuff you just gotta know. And I'm not saying that it's nothing gonna happen. Yeah, I'm not a negative.
A big pressure.
I know. I'm just saying I'm not a negative person, but at the end of the day, man, look, I'm very protective. I'll put it that way.
Big pressure. You know damn well you would not let your son go on a whitewater rafting trip with fucking white coaches and a predominant white fucking football team.
No. My wisdom kick in. I'm not gonna do that, and that's okay. You see what I'm saying? Your wisdom gotta let you know that shit.
Look, he already know
that shit sound good. It sound good. Sound very fun. Sound like it could be a lot of goddamn fun, but my nigga.
That's what I told you. I said, oh, that sounds fun, but this nigga here ain't going.
Nah, nigga. Stay focused, nigga. You there for one reason only, goddamn. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta go there to secure your goddamn spot on the team, nigga. You ain't gotta do that.
Big pressure. Look, big pressure. Check this out, man. Hey, motherfucker, we done had too many incidents where it's been motherfucking niggas dying by water. Fuck that shit.
And a nigga has never been a damn champion swimmer. Let's be clear. We don't know one nigga that's a championship swimmer, nigga.
Nolan was a great swimmer. I bet you the fuck he was.
Yeah, we don't know no championship swimmers, nigga. So stay your ass on land, nigga.
Hold on, big person. This you, boss lady?
Yes, this me. Salute.
All right, what up with it?
What up, boss lady?
Oh man, I just want to put my I just want to put my little conversation in real quick before I go to bed, before I gotta work in the morning. It's a few things I have to say. One thing I have to say is my kids, they grew up in the hood, but they end up going to an all white school. And I tell my kids to this day, them not your friends. You ain't got no friends. Ain't nobody your friends. I always tell them, ain't nobody your friends. I don't give a fuck what color, who it is. I always let them know, ain't nobody your friends. Don't go off with nobody. Like, I just got on my youngest son about running off because he be trying to run off at night, and it's a whole bunch of cornfields and around this people neighborhood, and he was crying and shit. And I'm like, I'm letting you know you can get kidnapped by these white folks.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, man, it ain't nothing but fucking white folks around here. You the only black kid. I'm like, they will kidnap you. They will kill you. I'm like, stop running off and don't nobody know where you at. I'm like, stop doing that shit. And I'm telling him right from wrong, and he was crying. And then I'm like, because the white folks try to put the shit in his head. He didn't want to listen to me. And then his brothers and sisters got on his ass too. Like, hey man, my
What you
thing
say?
is that I understand where this whole situation has come up on because I'm trying to teach my youngest son right now. See, my older kids, they already know. They grown. See,
Hold
my
on.
youngest
Pause.
son, he
Pause.
don't,
Pause.
and he's
Pause.
still
Pause.
around.
Pause, boss lady.
Yeah.
Pause. I hear you. So you saying just because Nolan was 18 years old, going out
No,
with
no,
his
no.
childhood friends, this boat ride to the island
No, I'm
was
not saying
normal.
that. No, it's
I'm
not
reading some
normal.
boss lady. I'm reading something. Just hold on. Just
Oh,
pause.
oh, okay.
You can't shelter your kids from the world. Hell, your own people can take you out.
It's true.
That's right. Your own people
That's
can't
true.
take you out. But I gotta weigh my odds with this, bruh. For one, all them boat rides that he was fucking going on never should have happened in the first fucking place. That's one.
Right.
And for his childhood friends, um, I don't recall them saying that they was childhood friends like that.
Me either.
Maybe I may be mistaken. Maybe I didn't get all of that. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't remember them saying that either. They just said it was a friend of his. They didn't say it was childhood friends. Like the childhood friends I seen in his picture, they was all black.
right. But go ahead, boss lady. I just wanted to, acknowledge
So
that.
I really want to know, like, what do his black friends think about the situation? We already know what they think,
Well,
but
they ain't
I think
they
like they
going
only want to say too much because they don't want to get involved. But like, I don't know, but like, he got a lot of black friends.
yeah, yeah. Well, man, go and land your plane, boss lady, because I've been on here 2 hours, and when I don't get no donations, I got to get off of here now.
All right, well, I just want to say, like, we all know what they did to him. Come on, man, ain't nobody stupid. Motherfuckers just need to stop playing stupid. It is what it is. We know what happened. Like, come on, man. We
Oh yeah,
already
no
know what
doubt,
happened. It is what it is.
for
And
sure.
they do. It's basically almost the same case like Mello. All judges, law enforcement, all that is involved.
Yeah, yeah,
So they trying to cover us up as much as possible.
yes, ma'am. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But I just wanted to say that and salute. We already know what it is.
Already, and and,
Ain't
and
nobody. We ain't stupid. We've been dealing with this for years, for decades. You hear me?
oh yeah,
Yeah, but and see, this is the thing that as much as these situations right here is really what we need to sort of gather ourselves and realize what's going on. Cause look, if you ain't never seen where Black Lives don't matter, then in investigation, and part of that whole theory is niggas ain't gonna do the homework. They ain't willing to put the money up. They ain't willing to put the boots on the ground. They ain't willing to do nothing.
They just go with what they say.
They just willing to talk. You know what I mean? In March, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I think that is one of them moments that now that we hear now, then I think that it's time for people to really take notice on what's going on. Like this shit, and ain't nobody exempt. Ain't nobody exempt. I don't care how much money you get. I don't care what. And at the end of the day, dude said something about your own people can take you out too. You're right. And the rules really stay the same on all spectrum of it. Black, white. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, then that's the reason why I brought up that Crip versus Blood analogy, because the rules don't change. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would you be there? You know what I'm saying? The rules still the same.
Still the same, nigga.
The rules still the same. I don't care how much money you get, how much you move in the suburb, nigga. The rules still the same. All right? This color shit is an issue. Never get that twisted. Hell, I know niggas that don't like me because I'm a dog shade of black and I ain't got an accent. You feel what I'm saying?
But did you hear about how
you a black ass motherfucker too, bro?
I'm real black. Yeah, I'm dark. I'm very dark.
They call your ass midnight.
Yeah. I disappear at night.
Yeah. Hey, say Big Pressure, you the real gold son. Say motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But boss lady, land your plane, cause I'm gonna get up off here now.
But I just wanted to say that, like, ain't nothing changed. Everything's still the same, and we just gotta stick together. That's it. That's all. Because at the end of the day, shit, they still killing us, and they still getting away with it. But soon we do one of them like that. Oh, they give us life and try to give us the death penalty.
Hey, look, like you say, man. You say right, big pretty much saying right, big.
But that's all I want to say. Like this shit still been going the same way.
Do it. Real shit. That's real shit. If you got one female, 3 niggas on the boat, don't do it, bitch. You getting raped.
Man, what? The ratio don't even fucking make sense for you to even go.
3 white boys and 1 nigga. The ratio ain't the same. Look, Big Pressure. The rules don't change.
Rules don't change, man. The rules do not change.
Rules don't change. Hold on. Salute to Uncle Charles. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Oh man, we just
salute bro. Salute Uncle Charles.
Man, salute Big Pressure. How you doing, brother?
All good, brother.
Man, I'm gonna sit back because I've been steaming at work all the way until I got here. And see, the last comment was I just forgot about the motherfucking stoplight. I said, let me pull over in the motherfucking gas station because I'm getting angrier and fucking angrier the way they handling this motherfucking bullshit. And everybody on this panel been damn near almost right about everything. And I'm gonna wait till somebody get it. Go ahead. Somebody else go next. I'm all fucked up and I'm getting myself together.
Shit, we about to close it down, man. But
okay,
OG, last call, man. Last call, OG.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, OG.
Hey, like I
appreciate
said,
the panel. Appreciate the chat. And everybody knows who the fuck I am.
Hold on, Uncle Charles. Go ahead, OG.
Okay.
Like I said, it's time for some of these YNs to go down there and handle business. You ain't got no problem hurting each other, so you shouldn't have no problem hurting them. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I mean, I fuck with white people, but I only fuck with ones I grew up with in my hood.
And that you get money.
I don't fuck with no white people outside of my hood. Neighborhood I live in is 89% black. I grew up with these white boys here. I've been to their house. They've been in my house. Anybody outside this neighborhood, I don't fuck with.
That's facts, man. Gotta know your circle, man. Gotta know how to read the room.
Hey, when we go across town to play football back in the day against another neighborhood, if a fight start, hey, they in it with us. Or they ain't coming back to the hood.
Yeah, that's the people that you know that you grew up with. That boy Nolan didn't know these motherfuckers like that.
Nope. Nope. They ain't friends.
Just because you down for 2-3 years don't mean you know a motherfucker, bro.
Hell no, because like I said, these motherfuckers I fuck with, I know them since we was riding tricycles. Since the fucking 60s, okay?
For sure, man. Well, OG, I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
And, yeah, man. Thanks for coming up, man.
Yep. Everybody, good night.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Big Pressure, man. It's on you, man.
Yeah, I'm a avid hunter and fisherman. You know what I'm saying? But I typically do that shit with somebody I can really trust. Like if I get on a boat with you, nigga, I trust you. Right. I really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get on no boat with anybody. Let's just be clear. I don't go hunting with anybody. If I go hunting with you, I trust you. If I go fishing on a boat with you, I trust you. We can fish off the bank. We can fish off the dam. But if we get on a boat, nigga, I trust you.
Trust you, yeah.
So, and my trust fucked up. So I don't do that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? My trust really fucked up. So I don't do it a lot. Nigga, I'd rather get on the boat alone and deal with whatever it come with by myself. You feel what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something. For all the times you've been on a boat, who has it been, like somebody in your family? Or
yeah. Most of the 90% of the time, if not 99% of the time to 100, it's been some family. Yeah. It's been a family. But even then, even with them niggas, you know, certain people now. You feel me? Because it get real tricky right there. You know what I'm saying? I actually got invited to a boat trip with my in-laws. I said, I'm gonna skip that boat trip. I'm not, and it ain't nothing that got nothing. I'm just my trust fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker whack my motherfucking ass out there. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Believe that, man. Believe
hey,
that.
But salute though, salute.
Man, pop this shit, man.
All right.
Ready. What up, Uncle Charles?
Man, I can't call it, man. I just got in about 15, 20 minutes ago. And I tell you, I'm going to say this because this is the closing of the show. God damn it, I couldn't get in no good, but I had to take what I can get. But let me tell you something. Nat Turner struck a blow. He stood up. He got tired of being beat. He got tired of being lynched. He got tired of being ran on. He got tired of being shot at, stabbed, beat. And he stood up. Just like them on Rosewood, when that pastor was up in the church up there, they said it was a black boy down there. See, you punk motherfucker, you funk ass nigga. This is why you where you at now. And that's why anybody go putting in the motherfucking hat, because you keep saying the same shit you said last year, nigga. And when they say, no, I was born here, I was raised here, and I'm going to stand up and fight for where I stand. I'm not going no motherfucking well. See, we need to have we need to have that goddamn spirit. But no, we'll shoot a nigga because he stepped on your shoes. Or we'll shoot a nigga because his woman was looking at another nigga. And we got no problem harming one another. But when it comes to a gallon of vanilla ice cream, we won't eat that motherfucker. We won't do it. We just won't do it. I don't know. Slavery has messed us up. Why in the fuck, if I'm the victim, I'm the one that's sorry? Why would I have to be sorry? I'm the motherfucking victim. Let me tell you something, man. There's some white boys in my job. They had this thing about pinching people on the crown of their ass with 2 fingers. And I let them know quickly. I said, look, man, see, I got an OG slap. Well, I've been sideways. I got my hand about 1 inch off the ground. And I go up with that hand and your motherfucking head going with it. This is what I'm telling you. Because I told him, I'm going to put your motherfucking face in the parking lot. I'm going to slap shit out your ass. You pinch me on my motherfucker. This is my motherfucking ass. God gave me this ass, and I ain't finna let no motherfucking pinch it. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, it's no way that young man can go down there, and then these bastards got his fucking phone. And you know how they found the phone? The mama put a track on the motherfucker. What you doing with the man? The man missing. Why you didn't go try to tell the mama, hey, this is what happened. You didn't do it. You let the motherfuckers goddamn protect your ass. Look at Brent Favre. I hope Brent hear what I'm saying. He's supposed to be a fucking Hall of Famer for the Green Bay Packers. But did you know Brent was stealing unemployment money from poor blacks and whites? And the NFL knew about it. And guess what? They let his funk ass go into the goddamn Hall of Fame.
You never heard about that shit.
Yeah. He let him go into the Hall of Fame. Let me show you how God works. Now this nigga did this. Don't you know that nigga got Parkinson's now? And guess what's shaking on his body? His motherfucking hands. The same hand you used to steal with, if the motherfucker can't even hold change with now. But that's what God does. He gets your ass. This is what he do. He punished the unpunishable. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you something, man. I ain't got no problem with my brother. But I'm going to tell y'all niggas something. Nigga, if you can smoke that weed y'all smoking, that shit in it, that make your ass absolute crazy, why don't y'all smoke a couple of motherfucking L's and head down to Mississippi? See, Mississippi haven't changed. Crooked letter, I, humpback, I. It's still the same Mississippi. If it was in the 40s and the motherfucking 50s. We ain't going on this new shit. Well, time don't change. Nigga, tell me that when they got to take me out the water dead. Why you gonna tell me that then? It's the same shit. OJ, they put that shit on OJ. OJ, he did kill her. But then the medical examiner checked Nicole's fingernails, and it had white skin under it. They said, we're going to do a motherfucking press conference. We got the wrong man. He said, no, we don't want to do no press conference. We'll wait till tomorrow. They leave. I know who you talking about. You know what I'm talking about. They leave, and the motherfucker come back, and they kill all 4 medical examiners inside the fucking medical examiner's office, all 4 of them, and there's really 5. You know what they did? They went to the other one's house and killed him too. See, when they play a game, they expect you to play a game with them. See, we're not motherfucking pawns on the board no more. They can't control us. This is why the migrants was able to walk across, because they saw a new opportunity. How the fuck I'm gonna be at a meeting and you tell me, oh no, you can't sit right there? Who the fuck you think you talking to? Let me tell you something. I escaped Jim Crow. I escaped it from a fucking hangman's noose. I escaped it from bullets and goddamn fire torches. My daddy bought a brand new Suzuki motorcycle. He was stopped by the police. He said, hey boy, where you get that bike from? He said, well, I paid for it. Oh boy, you ain't got no job to pay for that motorcycle. So now I'm gonna ask you again. Who bought the motorcycle? He said, well, sir, I told you I bought it. He said, I'm gonna ask you again. Then he pulled his weapon. He said, well, you sir, I stole it. They took my daddy to jail and took the bike. His mama called, my grandmama called down there to the Suzuki dealer. They said, they got my son in jail and said he stole that bike. The man left the Suzuki dealer and went down there and said, Mr. Mary did not steal his bike. Here's the paperwork. He bought it from me. And they had to let my daddy go. So nobody need to tell me about motherfucking racism. I know about it cold and clear. See, we got racism and we got this other thing that's going on. See, why are they doing this? Ask yourself why, Illis. I'll tell you why they're doing it. Because they're dwindling it. They're not making white babies no more. They dwindling it. They dwindling it. And we regular surgeon. We regular having kids. We regular raising family. It's no more of them no more. So they panicking. And this what panic does to you. We'll try to kill all of them if we can. But guess what? It ain't going to work. Because, motherfucker, you ain't going to find me at your house, and you sure ain't going to find me up on top of a motherfucking building that's going to jump off because it can't take the fucking pressure. Well, I can take the pressure because I seen it. I watched my daddy drink out of a motherfucking water fountain that said black. And then the white man said, well, what's the difference? He said, ain't no difference. It tastes like motherfucking water. But this is the shit they put on you. And then they keep fucking with us. I'm going to say this in closing. They keep fucking with us about this goddamn Santa Claus bullshit. But you keep fucking with it. Stop telling these children that bullshit. That family up there. I tell you what we're going to do, kids. We're going to go over to grandmama's house. We're going to take you over there. We're gonna leave the presents and we're gonna go over there. And in the morning we'll leave grandma and we'll come back and open the presents. Yay! Then in the morning came, said, Mom, we finna leave. Oh, let me get my grandbabies a kiss. They get back, the motherfucking door kicked in. The lady said, oh, all their stuff was gone. The lady said, I thought I seen somebody over there. He said, well, did you see what he looked like? He said, yeah, I saw him. He had a Santa Claus uniform on. See, do you still believe in Santa Claus? Especially when he take your shit. And remember this, he ain't gonna take your shit, just your shit. He gonna take your ass, your soul, and your mind, and your motherfucking body. I keep telling y'all, we better come together and stick together and quit being assholes. And well, he ain't riding with me. We can't keep doing that. We either one or we're not. I have a dream, Martin Luther King said. I have a dream. But they forgot. Martin Luther King came back and said, my dream has turned into an American nightmare.
Yep, he sure the fuck did.
And I appreciate you, baby.
Hey, read something, man.
Yes, sir.
Somebody sent to me. And I say, damn. I said, this ain't the motherfucking truth. I don't know what it is, man. So, say, if you can, listen to this, though. Listen to what I say now.
Yes, sir.
If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best black man, he won't notice you're picking his pockets. He'll give somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. So what he's saying is that you got a motherfucker like Trump in the White House right now. He didn't sit up here and convince all these motherfucking poor ass white folks, rednecks, trailer park trash motherfuckers, that they better than any black man that's walking this earth. But meanwhile, while the gas going up, the food prices going up, electricity, the housing crisis is steady rising. Motherfuckers can't afford homes. These motherfuckers getting wealthy. They got a whole war over there in Iran, getting wealthy. They went over there to Venezuela, stole all that oil, selling it for themselves, getting wealthy. They fired everybody in the cryptocurrency department in DC, and Trump is the head consoler of everything that goes on with cryptocurrency. They ain't got nobody working in that department. He's the overseer of that shit. Make it make sense, man. See, that's what they did. They sit up there and told all these white folks that, man, you know, the niggas are taking their jobs and the niggas are doing this and the Hispanics are doing that and this and that, this and that. Now motherfuckers missing them Hispanics. They missing them brothers coming on that job, you know what I'm saying, being the dynamic. See, motherfucker think they see a white boy, oh man, that white boy, he bad on them cars or he can weld. Man, brothers been doing that shit. Welding and dropping motors and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But they try to boast the white boy up to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, he the best mechanic on the motherfucking block around here. But if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than any black man, that white man that's telling him that will pick his pockets. Man, Trump, they raping these motherfuckers out of here.
You ain't lying, bro.
He raping their ass out here.
He ain't
you know what I'm saying?
He out there, man. I say this, and I say this with impurity.
Facts, Tony.
Wherever you go,
the biggest heist in American history.
It is. It's what it is. Yep. You know, I always said a Republican, you got a bird. A Republican on one side, the other one is still the same fucking bird. Goddamn Clinton is the one that wrote that goddamn criminal bill.
Him and Joe Biden.
Him and Joe Biden. I heard niggas going around, you know, Clinton, the first black president. You know what? See, you need all the taste buds slapped out your motherfucking mouth. That motherfucker ain't no goddamn a black man. He what a white man is. and that's what he gonna be. And he was glad. He was glad that Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. When you leaving? He said, I ain't going nowhere. They ain't got me scheduled nowhere. Well, find out, because I need you to get on away from me. I got 3 strippers coming. Goddamn, I ain't got time to be fucking around with you. What the hell I want to look at your old wrinkled ass for? I don't want to look at you. This is what I'm talking about, man. These people set up like Joe Biden and that goddamn Clinton set up there and put a crime bill that will put a nigga in jail for 35 years for a dime bag of weed.
Facts. This nigga still locked up behind weed.
These niggas are still locked up. These niggas are still locked up. And we I don't care what nobody tell me. No, it's some black people in this world. No matter how you violate them, I'm talking about white people treating black people. I don't care what the white people do to them. They can say you fired. We don't want you in our neighborhood. We you don't want you in our stores. We don't want you anywhere. And they will not hear that and still move with some more white folks at. They cannot leave white folks. And they can't leave them alone. But guess what? You think they're going to leave us the fuck alone? Do you think that? They ain't going to leave us the fuck alone. Trying to go out there in the motherfucking sun and turn black. Then when the police show up, I'm white. Oh, I guess you is a white. I guess I'm a Paul. Now I guess your motherfucking ass is white. Why are you trying to get your skin black and dirty brown? Why? And then you go in the goddamn operation room, they tear your fucking chin up. You look like Bob Barker in the motherfucking face. Looking like Madam on fucking solid gold. It makes no sense. You're tearing your face up. Your pigmentation, you can't take the sun. We got melanin in our system. They found a 11-year-old boy in a pond face down. And when they turned him over, his lung and his heart was missing. What the fuck is going on here? How this happen? How could that happen? Don't let your children out your sight. You don't let your mouth sit there. If they tell you, Mom, I'm going down here to Whitney House, we're going to play some 360. And you call down and he ain't down there. And when he do show up, if he show up, you whoop his ass to an inch of his life. I'm going to teach you. You don't go. When you tell me you're going to go somewhere, I have to trust you. These motherfuckers will grab you and they'll do the do on your ass. Let me tell you something, man. They was cutting up. Look at those pictures they showed. They showed niggas actually getting burned. They was cutting off. They call our body parts prizes. Cutting off the wing, the toe. Trophies. Yeah, trophies. Yeah. Motherfuckers see who got the biggest wing. Where the fuck you get that from? I'm pretty sure that nigga didn't want you to take that. Well, goddamn. This is not a game, man. Nat Turner stood up. Watch the movie. I don't know if everybody watched the movie Rosewood. Watch that shit. And watch what the name said. I'm not going nowhere. I was born and raised here. I'm going to stand up and fight. And that old fucked up ass preacher, you know what they said with that black boy down the road down there? Sit your funk ass down, nigga. This is why they're able to do what they're doing.
Yep, be your own kind.
Stop. What are you doing? They'll take your ass on a ride, goddammit. My auntie told me I was a baby. She's sitting out on the porch. It was like 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. The Klan, you heard a loud motor. It was a white Ford truck. They sitting on the truck, back of the truck, inside a 3-tier cab, and the rest on the back of the truck with torches. I didn't know what it was. I'm a baby. I didn't know what the hell it was. They was riding then. And people see, niggas are getting tricked. You looking for that cone hat and that dress. Nigga, he ain't in that no more. He wearing a suit and tie. That's your Klan. They're not playing.
You know what's crazy though? A motherfucker like you said, sitting up there worshiping Bill Clinton to my first black president, all this bullshit, this and that. Man, they talk about Mississippi being racist as fuck. Man, Arkansas is one of the racist fucking states in America. But Arkansas probably number 1.
Yes. Those motherfucking state troopers down there ain't nothing to
man, listen, man, let me tell you something. Anytime I go home, man, I be shaking like a hot pair of dice riding through Arkansas. I keep riding through Arkansas. All you see is motherfucking state troopers on the side of the road.
Yes, sir.
I don't give a fuck if you on 40 going east, 40 going west, motherfucking that bitch turning 65 going south, man, all you see is state troopers in Arkansas. You be cool when I come from Omaha, I make it down to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Make it to the top of Arkansas. Oh, it's on like a motherfucker then, boy.
Yes, sir.
You better look like Big Press said, you better be twice as right when you riding through that motherfucker, boy. Arkansas ain't no joke.
Them motherfuckers will grab your ass, man, take your motherfucking car, get another motherfucker to pick you up, and you down in Arkansas jail. You won't go home.
Or dead.
Them dead. Them motherfuckers ain't playing down there, man. They are not playing down there. This is not a game, man. They killing us with drugs, designer drugs. Even let me tell you something. You go down to Atlanta right now. The city is full of AIDS. And he said, well, why is it full of AIDS like that? Because niggas are digging in niggas' backs. That's why. Do I need to explain it to you? I tell you what. Go on down there and don't take no protection with you and just pick the first guy that you see. Go ahead. And when that goddamn knot stick up out your forehead like a motherfucking handlebar on 10 speed, then you call me the fuck back. Your shit loaded up with bumps. Nobody want your ass then. And that shit ain't gonna come off with no fucking itch cream. You gotta go get treatment.
So let me ask you something, man. I've been getting off this motherfucker, but check this out though. Man, I ain't trying to be funny, y'all. I ain't trying to start no shit either. But I just want to understand something, man. How did we get to the point to where a lot of the we got, man, I'm just saying like it is, bro. In our communities, bro, in our society, in our culture, man, we got a lot of gay men, bro.
We got a lot of problems. Yes,
we got a lot of problems. How did this shit even happen? Where niggas just turned out like that, man?
Swollen each other up, and then if they ain't like that, they letting them goddamn girls stick them toys up in them and swollen their ass up like a balloon. And now the nigga go to the bathroom, can't even shit right. Well, now how the hell you gonna shit right and she don't share the pine cone up your ass? How that gonna work? How you supposed to use the bathroom then, nigga? But you just like the excitement. You love the fun. I know a goddamn dude. I ain't gonna call his name. This nigga here, he got he got gerbils. He got them as pets. Well, he took one of the gerbils back there and shaved him down, all his head tied up, rope around his fucking ankle. And he went in there, got him some Vaseline, and let that gerbil run up his ass. And all of a sudden, the gerbil one, he didn't stick to the plan. He's supposed to come out, but the motherfucker said, no, I'm gonna stay up in this motherfucker. And all of a sudden, they had to go get this nigga. They had to operate on this nigga to get that gerbil out of his ass. This is what I'm talking about. When you get to that fucking type thinking, that type thing, that letting motherfuckers stick stop signs all up your ass and all this old bullshit, this is what happened. We let the devil in. I was 4 years old, 5 years old, walking in the middle of the night to go to the store for my auntie to get a 90-cent bag of cornmeal. Nobody touched me. Do that now. And your ass will be on the back of a milk cart. I guarantee you. Missing kids.
Yeah, it just you know, it just seemed like I hate to say this, man, but the first time I really noticed that type of activity, bro.
Yes, sir.
Was at motherfucking St. Paul Baptist Church.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Not the church.
The church, man.
Oh man, not the church. Oh
yeah, church. I remember boys that used to grow up with us, man, you know, thinking that, you know, these boys, it was outside gonna be playing with us hot ball and, you know, flag, you know, football, all that shit, this and that there. They was in there, you know, sitting on Cedric fucking lap and all this type of shit. You know, just saying though, man, like I just seen like that church culture, bro. I hate to say it, bro. It fucked up a lot of them boys, man.
It did. They knew those preachers, them Catholic preachers, They knew they was messing with them boys for a long time. They knew it, and they let them get away with it. They let them get away with it. They let them get away with it for years, and they knew what they was doing. How the fuck? I'm gonna say this because I know you got to go ahead. I got to get off here, but I appreciate you letting me come on. But I'm gonna say this. I was raised by a man.
Yeah.
I didn't always agree with what he said.
Most of it.
You know, my dad would haul off. My dad whooped my ass so much, I thought it was his job. I mean, he'll haul off and knock fuck at you. I mean, you don't know what it feels like to be knocked through a screen door and the bitch is locked. If you don't know, I can tell you with your ass.
I can tell you too.
Yeah, I got knocked through a fucking closed door. I watched my daddy take the door off the hinges, just tear the bitch, just tear it out, and said, "Come on, get on the truck." My mom said, "You can't leave no hole in the door like that." He said, "I'll talk to you later. You got a gun? You got the gun in there?" "Yeah, I got the gun." "Well, just sit there with the gun until I come back." This is what I'm talking about. My daddy was a real man. Make you go out there in your underwear and take the garbage out there. It's freezing, ice jumping off your ass, and you out there with some garbage. Well, if you took the shit out the day before, you wouldn't have to go out there in the cold ass air.
Yeah.
This is not a game. Men need to be men, and they need to get a hold of these boys and talk to them and do all this other stuff. Take them somewhere. Play basketball with them. Take them fishing. Do everything you was done with your daddy did you. And when he get out of line, you let him know. You do that again, I'm gonna change your life. See, that's what I went through. My dad used to just take it. My dad knocked my brother out in the front room, and he cold out. My mom said, "What do you do?" I said, "Mom, he knocked him out." He said, "Well, let me get his arm." "No, don't bother him. Let him sleep." I talked to my brother a year later. I said, "You mean when you got knocked out in the front room, our dad knocked you out?" He said, "Yeah," but he said, "But you know what, brother?" I said, "What?" He said, "That was the best rest I ever had. Get knocked the fuck out." Damn. These men ain't compared to back then, bro. I don't know. I don't know what kind of men these is now. And now I'm watching. I'm gonna tell you something else. I want you to tell me what you think of it. Why is the guy on Madden, the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bulls, why is his fingernails painted?
Oh, for the Bears?
Yes. On the new Madden.
Man, I have no idea, man.
Bruh. On Madden? He got his arm crossed together, and every one of his fingernails are painted with fingernail polish. Dwayne Wade got a new fingernail polish line out. Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Uncle Charles. Like if I was to say get up right now, man. I mean, on a Saturday night, man, it's not unusual that I wouldn't see Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union up in the club here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
She from here, so they be here all the fucking time. They here all the fucking time.
I know that, bro. I did not know that.
Yeah, she born and raised here, man. So yeah, they be in the club like a motherfucker all the time, man. And I was just sitting up there, I'm like, damn, man. You know, when they come, they ain't all flashy. They just regular as, people. But at the same time, some big pressure said too that made a lot of sense. Say when people get money, they forget to lay down the laws and the rules of, being black in America. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I mean, you're telling the truth. But on Madden, bro, I've been playing Madden for years. Nobody had their fingernails polished. What the fuck is this stuff? What the fuck is this stuff? How the fuck can you be 6'7", but you're trying to put a bodysuit on for a 5'9" female? How the fuck can you get that on you? You're walking out here, you got 2 inches of your leg showing, 4 inches of your arm showing, and the other part is on your body look like motherfucking goddamn paper. Because it ain't made for you, nigga. It's not made for you. And now they making pajamas with the you can let the back out back out. These niggas went crazy. Man, I'm gonna get me a pair of them. Get you a pair of them. That's too much access. You mean to tell me all that motherfucker got to do is pop the button on your ass and go to town on you? That's all you got to do? Man, nigga, I want everybody at the sound of my voice. Now, I know it's late, but me and Illis don't talk about this, and he'll back me up on it. We got house insurance. We got fire insurance. I want everybody tomorrow, today, or this evening, I want you to go to your local downtown and see can you get you some ass insurance. How much it is, Illis?
For that?
For ass insurance. I think you said it was for $59.99.
Man, I think it's motherfucking $69.99, man.
Oh, it don't went up. Well, we forgot.
It went up around this bitch.
Another $10. Well, if you don't get into ass insurance, don't worry about your ass being protected. And when it ain't protected, you know what happens. So I just thought I'd tell you, okay, you're gonna give you your card, and you're gonna have a butt on it, and every month you'll pay that premium, and your ass will be protected. I done told y'all, I don't know where these niggas come from, but you couldn't pay me to go to Atlanta right now. They got niggas down there making $200,000 a year, and them niggas are straight busting up a nigga back. You can't make this shit up. And you busting niggas wide open like cantaloupes. I don't understand it. $250,000 a year, bro. You supposed to be balling. You supposed to be a ladies' man. Shit.
Man, I'm gonna say this here before we get up out of here, man. It's a content creator, right?
Right.
She just dropped. I'm letting you know it's a she. So she just dropped this video saying that breaking news: Nolan Wells autopsy report was leaked, and his mother exposed for lying to keep the money. Now, here go my thing, man.
Oh God.
Why do we got like you just said, we our own worst enemy, bro. You know, just motherfucking find a way to, you know, just bring a motherfucker down, talk negative about them. You know, I don't believe shit been leaked because dude just said that they haven't even talked to the Mississippi Police Department in over a week. So all of a sudden now somebody put out saying that the autopsy report has been leaked, and that pretty much they trying to say he had shit in his system. I already knew that shit, bro. I already knew that. Right. I already knew that they were gonna somebody was gonna come out and say that they found drugs in his system and all that. You know, listen, bro. I don't believe that shit one bit. If his parents said that you know, he had been training and trying to get right for football season and all that shit. So he gonna go out there for one day, fuck up, get drugs in the system, go to camp the next week, they drug test him, then your ass kicked out the football team.
It's not even possible because they never said he had a drug thing anyway. He's playing football. They test all those.
Come on, man. But I'm just saying. But listen, though, Uncle Charles, it's one of us that put that shit out.
Yes, and they'll use them people to muddy the waters. See, when you see clear water, you can see the bottom. But if you muddy it, put stuff in it, you can't see the bottom. And this is where this is heading to. Get ready for your final thrill. It's curves. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. So I'm going to say this to you, Ellis.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this to you because I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to say this man to man. I done met a lot of men in my life. But you and Trigger and Big Pressure and the rest of them guys, I went on Trigger show on a whim. I thought I was going to get thrown out the show.
Yeah.
I didn't know when nobody understand what I was saying. But Trigger made me part of the Texas family. He would tell me, hey, Uncle Charles, don't come up here tonight. We handling Dallas business. No problem. I mean, we talk about the Cowboys, you come on up. It's just no different than Nebraska. Nebraska handling Nebraska's business.
Yeah.
I don't take that personal. But my life was in a tailspin, brother. I forgot who I was. I didn't care nothing about nobody. I was mean as a fucking rattlesnake. But when I ran into Trigger, Pooh Black, Kim O'Grady, and ran into you, I had to straighten up.
Yeah.
I straightened the fuck up because I know you and Trigger is not gonna put up with me acting a goddamn crazy fool with my family. And since I know that, I'm keeping it straight. See, that's respect for you and the rest of those cats. You know, King Eyes. Coach passed away. I went into depression immediately. King Eyes said something. He was talking. About 2 or 3 days later, I felt better. I closed all my windows, called TVs off. I was going into depression. If it wasn't for King Eyes talking, I don't know what would happen, bro. So I appreciate y'all men helping me out of being angry and violent and acting a goddamn fool. Because let me tell you something, bro. That woman in there, bro. She supposed to have been on there. Shit, bro.
Yeah, I dig it.
Bro.
I dig it.
She put up with my shit, bro.
Yeah.
Put up with my shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to straighten up.
Yeah, it's some good women in the world, man. We just gotta make sure we handling our business, you know.
Yeah.
And it ain't always financial either.
No.
You know, it ain't always financially, man. I think that's fucked up the young generation, man, that you know, they think everything is about, you know, money and, you know, this and that. No, bro, it ain't all about that, man.
No, it ain't all about that, man. If a woman loves you, let me tell you how you find out a woman loves you. When you don't farted your underwear out and she see that long railroad track in your drawers, and
Man,
she still watch those motherfuckers, that means she love your motherfucking ass.
Man, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, man. Hey, man, like I said again, like it's always
crazy.
I thank you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
Give me the opportunity to come on, man. It's only by your grace and your will that you will let me come on, knowing what kind of cat I am.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, brother, and your family, and I appreciate you.
Already.
Yes, sir. I'm out.
Peace.
Yes,
yeah, Big Pressure. That's what salute to Uncle Charles, y'all. Yeah, that's what they say, Big Pressure. Spin that shit. Yeah, man, that's what the fuck they got going on, man. You know, ain't no more companionship. You know, motherfucker gotta have a you know, what you call that shit, XRTs and shit, SRTs and you know, the scat packs and all that bullshit, man. Motherfucker got a $80,000 car, but motherfucker ain't got a motherfucking pot to piss in. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, like I said, I was just saying that about. I was strolling while Uncle Charles was, you know, spinning some game tours, man. I seen that shit, man. Motherfucker posted that, man, and man, you know, until we got real facts on what happened, or you know, a report, autopsy report come in or whatever, you know, I mean, then you can, you know, maybe put some out. But man, I kind of disagree with the person that the content creator that put that out, man, you know, about the autopsy report, and that the mom and them was trying to keep the bags still going. Man, them people already got money. They didn't need no money. Them people already got money. The motherfucking woman is a children's doctor or some shit. The daddy on a slingshot business or some shit like that. They already got money. So, yeah, man. Only thing I'm going to tell y'all is, you know, watch who y'all be fucking with, man. You know, maybe, you know, some people probably don't like my delivery or say that, man, I'm too raw or, man, you know, I'm straight and direct with it. You know what I'm saying? All that type. I don't know, man. But then I got people that come over here that fuck with me saying, hey, man, Illis, I appreciate, man, you just being authentic and straight up with things, man, because, you know, others try to, you know, be, you know, fake with it, and all they do is, you know, begging for the monies and all that type of shit. Well, when you dealing, listen. La. Murder cases ain't cheap. You know, and the reason they did that GoFundMe was because they knew that the fucking Mississippi Police Department wasn't gonna give them a fair shake at investigating on what happened to their son. So the GoFundMe money that they did have raised, I think that went to Ben Crump now. I think that went to the examiners and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had Colin Kaepernick paid for the fucking autopsy. I mean, they got money to survive the way that they're living. I ain't saying that they were just, you know, just these multi-millionaires and they got millions of dollars, but they was well-to-do. There was a well-to-do family. You know, but when you start talking about murder cases and all that type of shit, that shit costs. Oh, I mean, yeah, I know you just asking. I'm just saying. I'm just explaining. See, that's what I was just talking about my delivery and how I talk. I don't mean no harm. I just come straight out with it. You know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't getting on you or nothing. I'm just saying, you know, just saying, you know, just that type of thing. But that's just what it is, though, man. You know, I don't know. I don't think that's cool, man, that somebody do that. Let's see what we got going, man. But yeah, anyway, y'all, I enjoyed y'all. And you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's why I think so, Lala, though, for real though, because man, that shit costs, and you know how that shit go, you know. They probably like shit. We got to get some bread, man, because they ain't don't give us, you know what I'm saying, no fair shake at trying to find justice or find out what happened to my son. So, oh well. But let me get up out of here, y'all. And before I go, y'all watch the gas that y'all get. We'll talk about this tomorrow. The feds plan to start diluting gasoline. Yeah, so watch out for that. Start noticing that your gas running out faster, and that your car ain't getting much power. They diluting the motherfucking gas. Love you too, Lala. I love everybody, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And Boss Lady and everybody out there, thank y'all for supporting the platform and donating to the channel. And yeah, man, I'll catch y'all on the next one. So Jeff Metcalf got to GoFundMe. Hell yeah, I'm gonna start one too. If that motherfucking weasel got one. But anyway, thanks for everybody, man. Salute y'all for y'all who donated to the channel tonight. And peace out, y'all. Blessings. I'm out.